Hello, students. Wish you all a beautiful day ahead. We, the maths teachers, welcome you all to the e learning program. Let us have a small recap of our previous session. We learned about basic geometrical concepts and relationship between points and lines. Today, let us learn about angle, naming an angle, interior and exterior of an angle, measuring angles, types of angles, drawing angles, and types of lines. Angles. An angle is formed by two rays that have a common endpoint. So, here Q is the common endpoint of ray QP and ray QR. Here the common endpoint Q is called the vertex of the angle. The two rays QP and QR are called arms of the angle. When naming the angle, the vertex is always written in the middle. For example, angle PQR and RQP denote the same angle Q. We measure and draw an angle with the help of a protractor. We express the measurement of an angle in degrees. Naming an angle. To name an angle formed by two rays with same initial point, we name the vertex, say O, and take 2 points A and B, one on each arm. In the given figure, AOB is an angle. It is written as angle AOB or angle BOA. An angle is also named by its vertex, like angle O. It is sometimes named by a small letter or a numeral like angle A or angle 1. Two line segments with a common endpoint also determine an angle at that point, like angle AOB. Interior and exterior of an angle. Interior of an angle. The points lying inside the angle form the interior of the angle. Example, in the given figure, points A, D, and F are in the interior of the angle PQR. Exterior of an angle. The points lying outside the angle form the exterior of the angle. Example, in the given figure, points B and C are in the exterior of the angle PQR. Measuring angles. The unit used to measure an angle is degree. This is the symbol used for degree. We use an instrument called the protractor to measure an angle. We can find it in our geometry box. The protractor has two sets of measurements written on it. These are called scales. There is an inner scale and outer scale, both having 0 degree to 180 degree in opposite directions. The midpoint of the baseline is called the center point. Example 1. Measure the angle LMN. Steps to follow. Step 1. Place the central point of the protractor on the vertex M, such that the 0 degrees line coincides with the ray MN. Step 2. Note that the protractor has two sets of reading. We read from whichever side the ray of the angle is pointing towards. Here we read the scale from the 0 on the right as ray MN points to the right. Step 3. Read the degree, measure that coincides with the ray ML. The ray ML coincides with 75 degree. Step 4. Write the measure of angle which is equal to 75 degrees. Children, let's measure one more angle. Look at the figure. We place the protractor with its center point on I, and the baseline coincides with the arm IV of the angle. Now we check the scale. Where the baseline arm points at I and read the measure of the angle, and other arm crosses the scale. The measurement of angle PIV is 135 degrees. Types of angles. An angle whose measure is more than 0 degree but less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. Example, try to form a small V using your palms. It will form an acute angle. The hands of the clock at 2 o'clock forms an acute angle. Blades of the scissors are all examples of acute angle. Second one. An angle whose measure is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree is called an obtuse angle. The hands of a clock at 4 o'clock is an obtuse angle. The angle formed by the Japanese fan shown are the examples of obtuse angle. Third one. An angle whose measure is 90 degree is called a right angle. Example, angle AOP is equals to 90 degree, so it is right angle. Fourth one. An angle whose measure is 180 degrees is called a straight angle. Example, if two right angles are kept next to angle one another, they form a straight angle. Pencil or a pen, the edge of a ruler or the book are the examples of straight angles. Fifth one. An angle which measures 360 degrees is called a complete angle. Example, when the arms of an angle takes one full turn is complete angle. Sixth one. An angle whose measure is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is called a reflex angle. Example, in the given figure, angle XYZ is equal to 250 degrees. So, it is a reflex angle. Seventh one. An angle of measure 0 degree is called a zero angle. Example, angle OAP is equal to 0 degree. Drawing angles. Drawing angles using protractor. In order to draw an angle, you need 3 pieces of equipment called the protractor, ruler, and pencil. Steps to follow. Step 1. Draw a straight line using a ruler and a pencil. Step 2. Place the center of your protractor on one end of this line. Step 3. Count from 0 degree and mark a dot at the required angle. Example, 50 degree. Step 4. Remove the protractor and join the end of the line where you place the protractor to the dot using a ruler. Step 5. Mark the angle using a pencil, that is 50 degree. Example 2. Step 1. Let us draw the ray AB. Step 2. Place the center point of the protractor at A such that the baseline of the protractor lies exactly on the ray AB. Find the division of 120 degree along the scale such that 0 degree mark lie on the ray AB. Mark a point against the measure and name it as C. Step 3. Remove the protractor and draw a ray from a vertex A through a point C using a ruler. Thus, we have the angle CAP measuring 120 degrees. Types of lines. Coplanar lines. Two lines lying on the same plane are called coplanar lines. Example, in the given figure, PQ and RS are coplanar lines. Intersecting lines. Two or more lines that cross each other are called intersecting lines. Example, the line L and the line M pass each other and these two lines have a common point A. The common point is known as intersecting point. If two lines have a common point, then they are called intersecting lines. The floor of a house forms the intersecting lines. When the rails meet at one place, they form intersecting lines. Arrangement of pipes, arrangement of wires, etc. are examples for intersecting lines. Parallel lines. Two or more coplanar lines that do not intersect are called parallel lines. Rail tracks, electric wires, roadside stripes, etc. are examples for parallel lines. When two lines are parallel, it denoted as shown. Remember that the distance between the two parallel lines is always the same. Parallel lines are arranged as vertical parallel lines, horizontal parallel lines, and slanting parallel lines. Perpendicular lines. Two lines that intersect or meet each other to form a right angle are called perpendicular lines. Example, in the given figure, line segment XY and AB intersect at a point O to form four right angles. Hence, they are said to be perpendicular. Dear students, this week home assignment will be sent in the PDF format. Until we meet again, stay happy and safe. Thank you.